that are implicit weights and explicit weight. Okay, so implicit weight we set at driver level. Okay, and when once you set at driver level, that is applicable throughout the driver instance. If you don't set that implicit weight, the default value is 0 seconds. That is, there is no weight at all. Okay, and if you don't set the time, that means there is no weight at all. Driver will never wait for anything. Okay, then explicit weights. Explicit weight where we set a weight or you call it's a weight along with an expected condition. That means we wait for some particular condition to occur. We explicitly wait for some particular condition. So polling interval is 500 milliseconds. So suppose if you set 10 seconds of explicit wait time, that means it will wait for a maximum of 10 seconds, but it polls after every 500 millisecond. That means every half second. Okay, as soon as it finds the element, it stops waiting and continues with the execution. So these are few expected conditions: presence of element located, visibility of element located, element to be clickable, alert is present. Okay, today I'll give an example of explicit wait. Okay, I just found this on web. Okay, see, there are two alert boxes. If I click on this alert box, it will immediately throw the alert. But whereas this timing alert, if I click on that, after some time we get the alert. Okay, so what is the wait time that is there? That is 3 seconds. So after clicking this timing alert, the alert will not be shown immediately, but it comes after 3 seconds. Let us see the code. If I go to the HTML, so on click new timing alert is the Java function that is being called. Okay, don't worry. So basically, after 3 seconds of clicking this button, it will give the alert. Okay. Now this is best example for us to write an explicit wait condition on this. Okay, how to do that? Okay, my explicit wait. We'll create a new class, name it explicit wait example 2. Okay. URL of the page that I need to open. Okay, and locate this timing alert button because I need to click that element, right? So it has ID timing alert. I'll call it web element timing alert button element. Okay, button equal to driver dot find element by dot ID. Okay, I give this ID. Now it's time to click that button. Okay, I am clicking on that. So after clicking, it throws alert is shown after 3 seconds. Okay, so how to handle an alert? I have already told you that first create an alert object. I'll name it delayed alert. I'll just name the object as delayed alert equal to driver dot switch to alert. Okay, then you can do multiple things on that. What are the things that we can do? Delayed alert dot get text. Okay, we'll simply print that onto the screen. Then there are other things that we can do. Dot dismiss get class get text notify send keys set credentials to sync. Okay, so we'll just do this dot accept. Okay, I told you, right? You can either accept an alert or you can dismiss an alert. So an alert can have two things, accept and reject. So generally it is very common that when an alert is shown to us, it will simply have some information on that, or it will have two buttons, one for accepting that, one for rejecting that. Okay, so accept is equivalent of clicking the accept button in it, and reject is equivalent of rejecting that alert. Okay, I'm just printing the text present in the alert, then accepting the alert, then I'll continue with next steps. Okay, I am not going to do any steps, just printing this. Okay, first let me run this. Okay, so your test case execution completed. Alert is shown, but see the test case got failed with this reason. It says no alert present exception. That is because when we click on this button, okay, then we are immediately searching for that alert. Driver dot switch to alert. We are trying to switch to that alert, but after clicking the button, it will take 3 seconds for the alert to show. But before those 3 seconds, we are trying to switch to that alert. That's why it has thrown this no alert present exception. So what we need to do here, I will create an explicit wait here. How to create? WebDriver wait equal to new WebDriver wait, okay, driver. And since I know that the alert, the delay between clicking the button and the alert being shown is 3 seconds, I will take 3, okay, let me take 4 seconds, okay. So even we know that even this is maximum wait time, okay. It will wait for maximum 4 seconds. If it finds alert after 3 seconds, it stops waiting. That means it will not wait for the extra 1 second. So even if I give 5, that is not an issue. As soon as the alert is present, it simply proceeds with the execution. Okay. Now wait dot until I need to provide the expected condition dot, and see, there is this alert is present. This is one condition, predefined conditions. We know that all the conditions present in expected conditions are nothing but the predefined condition. They are already handled by Selenium. Okay. So now I am putting the condition as alert is present. Okay. So what does this do? It will wait until this alert is present, then proceed with the next steps. Let me run this. See here, it did not print any alert information, because even before getting the alert, we tried to get the alert. It has thrown exception and our test execution got exited. See, this time it has passed. See, the message present in that alert is, please share this website with your friends and your organization. See, this is timing alert, right? See, please share this website with your friends and your organization. Okay. So, and test case did not fail, it passed. See, that is because this explicit wait, we have put a wait. Okay, this wait is waiting until this alert is present. As soon as the alert is present, then it continued with next steps. So it did not fail. So in your day-to-day testing also, like when you automate your website, it is quite often that the web elements present in that page are particularly these Ajax and JavaScript related things. So few elements, they get loaded when the page gets loaded, and few elements, they don't get loaded immediately due to Ajax or due to JavaScript things. They load after different time intervals. So particularly for handling those kind of elements, we need these explicit waits. Okay. So this is one example. This is very good example of that. So basically this is basically you do some action, then because of Ajax or because of JavaScript, after you have done the action, some new elements will appear in the page. Okay, so that process or that process will take some time. That new element will take 2 or 3 seconds to load in that page. Okay, so they are not already present in the page. So to handle those kind of elements, you need explicit waits. or whatever, you need weights first of all. Okay, you can either use implicit weight or explicit weight. Implicit weight, okay, you just give it at browser level, but whereas explicit weight you have to give it for each element. Okay, so this is about that explicit weight. Okay, so anyone have questions on these weights?
No, bhai.
Okay, so there is another weight in Selenium called fluent weight. Okay, I will not go into details of this, but just give the theory about it. Okay, because this explicit weight is sufficient. Like you 80% of the times, explicit weights are sufficient to handle the elements. Okay, handle the weights, but very less frequently you might need fluent weights also. So where fluent weight is also a weight, but to this weight we can set the frequency with which fluent weight has to check the conditions defined. I told you, right, that is polling interval. Okay, so okay. Okay, you have weights in Selenium. Okay, weight can be either implicit or explicit. Okay, so under implicit weight there is only that one, driver dot manage dot timeout implicitly weight. Okay, there is only one. Okay, for this implicit weight, the polling interval is 250 milliseconds. For explicit weight, polling interval is 500 milliseconds. Okay, so again, so explicit weights can be achieved using okay. So far in our previous example, when I was discussing about explicit weight, I just implemented this explicit weight using WebDriver weight. Okay, see these examples I used while creating the weight, I used WebDriver weight class. Okay, so I told that that explicit weight can be achieved using WebDriver weight, but now I'll tell that you can use fluent weight also to achieve explicit weight. That means to achieve explicit weight you can either go for WebDriver weight or fluent weight, and I told that 80% of the times WebDriver weight will solve your problem, but whereas only 20% of the time you might need little more advanced weight, which is called fluence weight, which is also nothing but an explicit weight. Okay. Okay. So this complete thing is nothing but your explicit weight. Okay. Now this should remove your confusion. Okay. And this complete thing is, in fact, implicit weight is, there is only one thing in implicit weight, that is this. Okay. And this complete thing, both implicit and explicit, constitute your weights. Okay. And in your explicit there is third one also, let's not forget that, that is thread dot sleep. Okay. Okay, so weight can be divided into implicit and explicit weights. Okay, implicit can be achieved only using driver dot manage dot timeouts. Okay, whereas explicit weight can be achieved in three ways, that is using WebDriver weight, fluent weight, thread dot sleep. So WebDriver weight is most widely used one, whereas fluent weight, it is it is used very little used. Okay, whereas thread dot sleep, generally people who are not comfortable with weights, or who are not aware of the explicit weight concept, the other two explicit weight concept, they go for thread dot sleep. Thread dot sleep is not at all a good idea to use for implementing weights. Okay, let's try never to use this thread dot sleep. Okay, then so we discussed about WebDriver weight. I just give the theory of fluent weight. Okay, so let's comment this. This is using WebDriver weight. Now I'll create a weight using WebDriver weight, fluent weight, that is equal to new fluent weight. Okay, where see, this is little more advanced, you need to know generics and all those stuff to understand this. That's why I'm not going to go into the details, but just try to give the high level overview of this fluent weight. Okay, here this is generic, you can pass anything into it. Okay, if you want to pass anything, I would like to pass driver here. Okay, then dot polling. Okay, with timeout is there, long duration, time unit in seconds, duration equal to, suppose I would like to give a 10 seconds of duration, and time unit dot seconds. Okay, then polling every, I would like to poll after every 100 milliseconds, and the unit I need to give, that is time unit dot milliseconds. And there is another thing that we can set to this weight, dot ignoring okay, no such exception, dot LASS. see, if I fold it, so this is, so here while creating the previous weight, that was this, okay, I just gave the time in seconds. So since how long I need to wait, okay, and I am not giving any polling interval, I am not giving anything else. But whereas while creating fluent weight, okay, you will be allowed to give the time unit, the maximum time you need to wait, that is mandatory, okay, for any weight. Here it was 5, here it is 10, okay. And there is second thing that we are setting to this weight, that is polling every, okay, that is 100 milliseconds. And there is last configuration that we are doing to this weight is ignoring no such element exception, okay. See, that is here I am allowed to set the polling interval, okay, but in case of the WebDriver weight I am not allowed to set the polling interval. That is by default that value is 500 seconds, okay. I'll add this here. And in case of fluent weight, that is custom, that means you can set that polling interval, custom value, okay. And the last thing was ignoring. So basically when WebDriver waits for some element, it throws no such element exception, okay. So after every polling, suppose here we have given 100 milliseconds as polling interval, that means after every 100 millisecond driver looks for the element on which we have put this weight, okay. So that is nothing but polling interval. So after every polling interval, after every polling, we get no such element exception. So we are telling driver to ignore such exception, okay. If there are any other exceptions that are supposed to get based on the element that you are looking for, based on the activity that you are going to do in your WebDriver, so you can ignore that exception also. You can add that exception, okay. I can add another exception also, ignoring, okay. So this is a little more advanced weight where we can set polling interval plus ignoring any particular exception which is most probable there. After that everything else is the same. See, now wait until, okay, see. So before I created that, this fluent weight, this was a WebDriver weight. Using that weight object, I put this additional condition. So okay, so this is wait until this expected condition. Now the same thing with fluent weight, okay. See, I am using fluent weight here. Previously I used WebDriver weight, okay. So the only thing is you are setting additional parameters here, whereas in case of WebDriver weight, the default polling interval is 500 milliseconds, which you cannot change. But in case of fluent weight, you can set the polling interval. Now I have set the polling interval to 100 milliseconds, that is 1/10th of the second, okay. So so maximum 10 seconds, right? Suppose if an element is not found in 10 seconds, how many pollings might have done? The WebDriver might have done how many pollings? That is 10 times in a second, and in 10 seconds that is 100 seconds. So 100 times WebDriver might have polled for that element. Okay, this is about fluent weight. And in this, okay, we'll stop the discussion about the fluent weight here. Okay. So generally, you go with this. Okay, you don't need fluent weight. Okay, those are very extreme cases. You may need to use the fluent weight. So most of the cases, just go with your the WebDriver weight to achieve explicit weights. Okay. Okay, to achieve explicit weight, use always WebDriver weight. Okay. Never use thread.sleep. Use fluent weight only if needed, or So even like frankly speaking, I searched web, okay, and based on my previous experiences, there is no definite difference between WebDriver weight and Fluent weight. People are giving differences between WebDriver weight and Fluent weight. In fact, Fluent weight is a class which implements weight interface. WebDriver weight extends this Fluent weight. That means WebDriver weight has all the abilities that Fluent weight can do. But still, people try to differentiate between WebDriver weight and Fluent weight. Okay, I still try to give you a high-level overview of that. So, okay, just for definition perspective, if anyone asks you what is Fluent weight, just tell that with Fluent weights we can set our own polling interval times, and if you want to ignore any exceptions, we can ignore. But in case of with WebDriver weight, we cannot do that. That means you have to go with the default 500 milliseconds of polling interval. Okay, we'll stop weights here. Okay. Okay. One thing I want to tell you is about auto suggestions that we get in Google or in any search boxes. So if you type some 2 or 3 letters in a search box, it will load the auto suggestions. How to handle those auto suggestions? Okay, let me go to it. Here what I will do, I will type fetch ID. Then rate of journey. Okay, so the thing that I want to discuss with you here is how to handle auto suggestion box. Suppose in this box, if I type Hyderabad HYD, it gives me the suggestions, all the matching things. So I want to select from one of these things. How to select? Okay, it's very simple. I'll again, okay, in the explicit rate example 2, explicit weight test 2, okay. This we'll try to locate this element first. Okay, so this is my element. In the source city, I would like to type. I would like to do this send keys. I'll send the first 4 letters. Okay. We'll run the test case until this point. Okay, see, it has typed HYD, but still this suggestion is not shown. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll run it in debug mode. Is opening the page abibus.com. And next is locating the source element. Here I'll send this. Okay, now it has shown the suggestions. Maybe previously what happened was when this, as soon as the page is loaded, we immediately located this element and typed this. Okay, due to that, maybe this element was not completely ready. Okay, and it just took the these characters, but it did not show the suggestions. But when we ran it in debug mode, since we ran slowly, this element was completely ready, and when we typed this other path, it immediately showed the suggestions. Okay, so let's not worry about it. And next thing that we need to do is clicking on the first element or second element. How to do that? So if I try to locate this, see this complete suggestion, this is nothing but list. So okay, it has come up as a table. Okay, table with only 3 rows and 1 column. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just type H. I think just for H it's not showing any suggestion, single letter. And see, so there are many cases with this. So in this case, this complete thing was a table. Inert, see, Anakapalli, Annoram, Anantapur, all the suggestions that it has shown to us, it has given all those values. ID, tab index. So it has come up as a list. It's not a table basically. List has all the options. So if I want to select any one, I can select. Instead of here, I will select some absolute XPath. I would like to select, suppose this, like that. Okay. So what I will do, first thing I need to do is, as soon as I type this suggestion, okay, I need to wait for this table to come, or this box to come, this complete box. Okay, this complete box, this box. Okay. So I just typed AN here instead of HID, okay, so that I get many stations or many cities in the list. Then before that, I'll create a weight. So we'll go with implicit weight here. Okay. Okay, implicit is anyhow just simple step. We'll create a explicit weight, WebDriver weight equal to new WebDriver weight. We'll give a timeout of 5 seconds. Okay, wait until. So in this until method, I need to give expected conditions. This is a simple syntax. You need to remember this. Okay, wait dot until. Then in that until, you need to give expect conditions dot given conditions. I would like to look for element to be selected, that is web element. What I will do, element to be visible. Okay, presence of element located by dot XPath. And what is XPath? This one. Okay. So what I have done here is, okay, not here. So initially created just a weight object. Then in this source city field, okay, no, not here. Here, I just entered first two letters AN. What happens if I enter AN? See, it shows me suggestions. So as soon as I type IN, instead of directly going and clicking on the cities, what I am doing is, first I am waiting for this box to come. Okay, so this box has all the values. First I am waiting for this box. Okay, so for that I have added this condition, wait until expected conditions, presence of elements located by XPath. This is nothing but the box. Okay, I am waiting for the box. Once this is successful means, if this step is successful, that means this box is available. Okay, this box is available. Once this box is available, what is the next step? Next step is to select any one option from this. Okay, I would like to select Annavaram. Okay, so it has list 2. Okay, second one in the list. Okay, if you can easily understand. See, the first one is given 1, list 1. Okay, see the XPath in Firepath. Second one is given list 2. See here, list 2 in that XPath box under Firepath. Third one is given list 3. Okay, it simply indexed each one. Okay, So using that you can select anyone. If I want to select Annavaram, so I just need to locate Annavaram element. Annavaram itself is an element. Okay. Annavaram itself is an element. Anantapur itself is an element. Anankapalli itself is an element. I need to select Annavaram, so I need to take the X path of that Annavaram. So what I will do, next thing is, since the box is available, I know that there will be options in the bucket, in that box. I don't need to wait for Annavaram again, because I already waited for the box. If there is the box, in that box there will be all the elements. I know that. So what I will do, simply driver dot find element by dot xpath, and here I am giving xpath of Annavaram dot click. It will click that one. SY SO. I just type done, so that we know test case execution is finished.
టేబుల్ కూడా ఇవ్వాలి కదా, ఆ టేబుల్ వస్తుంది కదా ఒకటి ఎక్స్పా,
అవును
మనకి ఒక టేబుల్ వస్తుంది కదా, అది కూడా ఇవ్వాలి కావచ్చు
ఎక్కడ
ఏమో, అంటే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయి. ఇది సపరేట్ ఎలిమెంట్ కదా మళ్ళీ ఈ టేబుల్ కింద రిజల్ట్స్.
Table is an element which represents all those elements. Okay.
ఓకే, ఒకసారి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయి.
రన్ చేస్తాను నేను, ఒకసారి చూస్తాను, తెలిసిపోతుంది. Okay, first I am sending the keys. Okay, then I am waiting for the box. Okay, since the box is there, that wait was successful, and we immediately move to next thing. Okay, then I selected Annavaram. Okay, see, Annavaram got selected. So this is very simple. Suppose if I don't put this wait, still the test case pass, but there is high probability that your test case might fail, because as soon as I type AN, it takes some fraction of second, or sometimes 1 or 2 seconds, depending on the internet speed or the server speed, or the page content present in the page. It might take some time. If that is very quick enough, then the test case will not fail. If that is slow, then test case fails. Okay, because as soon as I type AN, if I don't wait and directly try to click the element, okay, suppose it's taking some time for suggestions to load, then we are trying before the suggestions are loaded. In that case, test case fails. If that is fast and suggestions are loaded immediately, then test case passes. So it's always nice practice to put a wait. Okay, so that your test case will not fail. Suppose your whatever the other reasons because of which the suggestions are getting loaded slowly, there can be n number of reasons for that. Okay, so all those factors are mitigated if you use a wait. Okay, now without using wait, I am just, as soon as I typing AN, I am directly trying to click Annavaram without looking for this table or without waiting for this table. Let's see what happens. Okay, Okay, here what I will do, I will not execute step by step. I will type F8 so that it proceeds with the execution. It will not wait for after executing next step. Okay, it will completely finish as the execution. Okay, see, the test case got failed. Why? Because see, no such element exception. Unable to locate Li2. What is that? That is nothing but this element. Uncouple is not present, even though we found it in. So we are able to see it here, right? But still, the test case got failed because the suggestions took some time to get loaded in that page. Before they got loaded, our test case, our test tried to click that element. Okay, so the test case failed. Suppose if I put the weight, then it will not fail. Okay, so now I'll press F8 again. Okay, see, this is F8. No, so run to line or no, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'll press F8. What happened? No such element exception again. We'll run this again. No. Okay, I'm pressing F8 here. Okay, that means this step is expected condition of presence of element located, okay, by XPath. That means this expected condition is passed, but still we are unable to click. That means the element is present in the DOM, but it's not clickable. That can be one probability. Let's change this condition to other condition. Okay, see, this step was failing. What I will do, instead of using presence of element to be clickable, okay, I will use this. Let's see. Okay, it should not fail this time. Okay, we'll press F8 here. See, this time it clicked that successfully. So what happened? Previously I used presence of element located. Okay, so that means in this case it was failing. Okay, so it was looking, it was checking whether element was present, and it was trying to click that immediately. Okay, that means click that. It was failing when it was trying to click. That means it was present in the page, but it was not clickable. Then I changed the condition. This time I put element to be clickable. That means what is the meaning of element to be clickable? That means element should be present in the page. Okay, that is first condition should be satisfied, and the second condition is it should be clickable also, right? Okay, so it waited until it is clickable. Not only it is present, it waited until it is clickable. After it was clickable, then it tried to click, and it was successful in clicking it. Okay, so so this is about working on auto suggestion boxes. Okay, and to deal with these auto suggestion boxes, you need weights. So it's mandatory that you use weights to deal such things, because if you don't use weights, so it's high probability, there is high probability that test cases failed very frequently. Okay, so anyone have any questions in this? See this so when we do we get to know many things like this. Here itself it is best example actually. See, so this was failing, so and this was successful. That means element was present, but it's not clickable, and we are trying to click it. That's why it failed. Second time we waited until it is clickable, then try to click it. It was successful. You can face many such things. So you don't predict the behavior of elements as you try to automate them, as you try to put multiple conditions. You will learn the behavior of that element first. Once you know the behavior, then you can easily handle that. Okay, let us stop our class here.
Yeah.